In Who Dat Making headlines.
Britney Spears says she's ready to tell her story on her terms. The Louisiana native is releasing a memoir titled The Woman in Me. A statement released Tuesday from Gallery Books says the story will focus on the landmark 2021 court hearing where a judge ended Spears' 13-year court-ordered conservatorship. The hearing captured the attention of fans when Spears testified she felt the conservatorship was abusive and pleaded with the judge to end it. The singer told the court her father controlled her career, her finances, and other aspects of her life. On Tuesday, Spears posted on Instagram a video that said, "It's coming, my story on my terms at last." The book will be available October 24th. Ticketmaster pauses sales for Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour in France. Ticket sales were shut down Tuesday after high demand for show dates in France overloaded its website. Right now, sales for her shows at arenas in Paris and Lyon are on hold. The company also says sales were disrupted by an issue with a third-party vendor, and fans will get updates when sales resume. Oompa loompa doopity doo. Willy Wonka is back for you. The first movie trailer was released Tuesday. It shows a young Wonka setting out on a quest to shake up the chocolate industry. This new film is a prequel starring Timothée Chalamet. Writer-director Paul King says he won't be retelling the nearly 60-year-old book, but he hopes it will be a companion piece to the 1971 film. It is promised to be full of singing and dancing while also answering all the questions you never had about Wonka. Willy Wonka is coming to theaters in December. That's a look at Who Dat Making headlines. Back to you.
And a little lanyap singing, too.
Yeah. Pretty good at it, right?
Absolutely. Brave girl.
John.
All right.